Hey guys, it's me, Warnamari here with another video, and today we are doing some ARK news. Well, technically I'm kind of late to this, but I decided to do it now because I forgot to do it before. But today we are going to be looking at some ARK 2 stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and let's start looking at all this. Redefining the survival genre with ARK 2 and an update from our studio founders. Hey survivors, we have so much on the horizon for the ARK universe, and we don't want to keep our community waiting any longer, so let's skip to preamble. And, let's skip the preamble and jump right in. Let's check out the trailer first.
My dad tells stories of a terrible war that happened across the sky. Heroes fought and died to give us a chance to start over. All that I know from their Earth are the creatures they sent along with us. And here on Arat, every day is a fight to survive. But if anyone can tame this new world, we can.
Survive the past, tame the future. I love that. It's so cool. Well, there's the trailer for ARK 2. Let's see. Actually, let me just. There we go. Pause it. There we go. So let's see. We are currently working on our expansive sequel with all our might, but we have postponed the release date to 2023 in order to create an adventure that will be unforgettable for everyone. Respectful of our team's health, realize the potential of upgrading to Unreal Engine 5. And to introduce revolutionary full mod support for console players, ARK 2 will launch in 2023, simultaneously on Steam Early Access and as a console launch exclusive for Xbox Series X, S, and with Xbox and PC Game Pass on Game Preview. We believe that ARK 2 will be the ultimate primal survival experience and want to devote the resources needed to bring that to fruition. When you finally take your first steps onto the beautiful and dangerous new world of Arat in 2023, we intend that it'll have been worth the time to get there. You can now wish list ARK 2 on Steam here. Okay, now let's see what it says down here. Survive the past, tame the future. Suddenly awakened on a strange primal world filled with dinosaurs and humans struggling for dominance, you must piece together the history of how you arrived there, team up with legendary heroes, and confront powerful dark forces seeking to control the fate of all life. Saddle up and join the definitive next generation survival experience with ARK 2. Every aspect of the ARK series has been rethought and redesigned in this sequel. Here is a sampling of the new features that ARK 2 will contain upon its initial early access and game preview release. Epic Story. Starring Vin Diesel, Fast franchise as legendary ARK hero Santiago, experience an epoch-spanning adventure as he seeks to protect his daughter Mika, voiced by the same person who voiced Moana, which is interesting, from the ghosts of the ancient past and visions of a new future. Revolutionary cross-platform modding, fully stackable user-created mods for new creatures, items, gameplay features, and maps are now distributed across all platforms, including onto Xbox, and support for modded servers enabled through official mod support by mod.io. Here's a little bit more information about this new technology partnership. Mod.io is a cross-platform UGC solution, supporting 11 game systems and stores. By partnering with Mod.io, we are connecting ARK 2 with a complete ecosystem in which mods can exist, be presented, and accessed in-game. We're excited to see our vision for mods powered by proven tech and deliver the best possible experience for ARK for players everywhere they can play Arc 2. Best-in-class third-person only gameplay, advanced character traversal mechanics like mantling, free climbing, parkour, sliding, and swinging. That's kind of cool. Souls-like melee combat, target lock, blocks, dodges, combos, staggers, special attacks, emphasizing player skill-based action. That's pretty cool. Let's see what's next. Massive new alien environment. Explore a mysterious, chaotic world where native flora and fauna are being overrun by invasive primeval creatures from an extinct Earth. Let's see what's next. Component-based item crafting. Ooh, I always liked this one when I saw it before. Construct your weapons and tools from a range of distinct modules to customize their look and functionality. Millions of possible combinations enable you to craft your own unique gear. The specific materials you choose will further affect the appearance of your items with multiple options of resources found in unique regions of the world. That's pretty cool though. Ooh, dynamic world events. Natural and unnatural occurrences are always happening across the game world, independent of your presence. Your choices in deciding whether to interact with these events will yield rewards or challenges. Opposing PvE force. Now this one I'm kind of like not entirely sure on because if they don't make it like work a certain way, it'll probably be really painful to deal with. Hostile Aratai hunt and attack you, riding their own tamed creatures as they seek to drive human interlopers from their world. Okay, next one. Advanced template building and sharing, instanced rendering, and network streaming enable much higher client and server performance for large player-built structures and a longer draw distance. Survivors can set up and save their own preferred building templates, share them, and place perspective template layouts in the world to then build them out as a team. Now, like, from what I've heard some people say is that, like, this new building system is probably going to be similar to the Forest, which I've never played the Forest, but I've seen videos of it. And I've seen, like, how the building is in that, and I kind of like the sound of it being, like, possibly being like that. So, because I've never played the Forest, but I've seen, like, what the building is like in it, and it's kind of cool, honestly. Sensory-based creature AI. No omnipresence radar, animals now track and hunt by sight, sound, and smell. Hide from predators with visual camouflage and environmental obstructions, and learn to mask your scent. Dynamic pathfinding enables creatures to intelligently maneuver on obstacles in player-built structures. That's really nice, though. Because, like, it was always kind of, like, weird that, like, creatures would just, like, still, like, we're like terrible at like finding like pathfinding around and stuff, and you can actually now sneak past dinos in like a much harder difficulty, but also could be really easy if you know how to do it right, I guess. Character progression and skill system. Gain both experience points from gameplay and knowledge points by accomplishing key objectives and overcoming unique challenges to progress along a massive skill tree filled with new active abilities, perks, and passive benefits. That's really cool. So like I think what they're kind of getting at is that they're like they're changing on how the leveling system works, to where it's like two different things you can do with it or something. I don't know. Full utilization of Unreal Engine 5 technology. See foliage react convincingly to passing wildlife, water flow downstream around obstacles, volumetric storm clouds, localized weather systems, smoke and particles affected by physical forces, and much more. Fundamental advancement of lighting systems enables a more photorealistic day and night cycle, generating real-time ambient lighting and shadows within both natural and player-constructed environments. That's pretty cool. Redefining the survival genre with Arc 2. As they journey into the next evolution of Arc, Jesse and Jeremy reflected on the time they've spent creating Arc and wanted to include a personal message about Arc 2 to the community. Oh, that's so much to read. Yeah, it's worth it though. A message from the founders. When we first released Ark Survival Evolved in 2015, we had no idea how big it would eventually become. It was beyond our wildest expectations that 7 years later, we'd be developing an eon-spanning narrative across multiple games, a TV series, and starring none other than Vin Diesel as key Ark hero Santiago, and yet here we are, together with our wonderful players who have stuck with the Ark universe through thick Ragnarok and thin Fly Earth, now having a canvas far bigger than ever before. That's what Ark 2 is. The biggest canvas ever for primal survival experiences, a next generation framework to play out your own survival stories. Ark 2's main narrative tells the story of a father and a daughter, Mika played by I don't know why I'm so bad with names. I'll just say it's the person from Moana because that's what it said before. Of betrayal and broken promises, and the strength of the family bond, and of course it's the story of badass giant dinosaurs, but even more importantly, this is about players' own stories like any good persistent world online survival game. Survivors in Ark 2 each have their own unique path through the game, as they form their own tribe, make their own friends, and attempt to build their own creature-aided civilization. With Ark 2, we're seeking not only to enhance the game's narrative and world building, but also retouch and improve on all aspects of what constitutes an Ark game. Foremost among these redesigns are the core player mechanics in the sequel, which is third person only. Controls and movement for both players and creatures have been completely redesigned, taking inspiration from game systems like Assassin's Creed, automatic parkour, and Breath of the Wild's climbing. Player characters can now clamber over the environment in a more realistic and free-form manner. With a focus on primitive era combat, Santiago and Tech have a complicated relationship. Ark 2 draws heavily from Souls-like action for its human-scale combat, an emphasis on dodges, blocks, light and heavy attacks, combos, and player reflex skill. A rarity for the PvP survival genre. For creature scale combat, suffice it to say for now that when you attack something with your T-Rex in Ark 2, the results are visceral. The animation of the attack actually hard impacts on the target, not passing through it. The victim's flesh is torn, and the target physically reacts at that location to the hit, all to convey the feeling of the raw power of such a ferocious creature. Another area that we're particularly excited about is the world event system. Rather than simply having a more or less static environment with easily predictable and repetitive occurrences a la Ark 1, the new world event system is designed to ensure that unique things are always happening around the world, whether you are there or not. Events include procedurally dynamic scenarios like watering hole gatherings, wounded creatures, tracking the signs of advanced prey, stampedes, herds defending endangered creatures to earn their trust, finding dens of parent creatures and their young, and more. Whether you choose to engage with these events is up to you, and each can yield unique rewards and challenges. There are too many other areas of fundamental changes in Ark 2, whether it's the new opposing force Aratai, who have their own tames, the new creature management and proper world map systems, the advanced component-based item crafting that enables players to choose exactly what their gear looks and functions like from millions of potential combinations, or the revamped build system, which provides innumerable more building options and enables saving and sharing of build templates. Well, there's just too much to go over here. You'll get your first preview of the Ark 2 gameplay down the road, and we think you'll like what you see, which we'll probably get that with this year's extra live stream to see like some of the Ark 2 stuff anyways, but Finally, saving perhaps the best for last, Arc 2 adds a revolutionary new feature for console players, fully stackable user-created mods, including on unofficial servers for the Xbox version of the game enabled through official mod support by Mod.io. This means that players who create mods using the PC version will be able to upload them to the cloud and make them available for all console players to enjoy as well. With this, as we've seen with Arc 1 on PC, everything in the game can effectively be changed, improved, and redesigned. New creatures, new game types, new maps, new weapons and items and mechanics. Yes, modders can re-add first-person mode. With the power of where was it? Yeah, right there. With the power of Unreal Engine 5, the only limit will be the imagination of the content creators themselves. We're super stoked to witness the mind-blowing additions that players will no doubt create in their mods and maps, and we believe that having all such user-generated content playable on console and Arc 2, with complete cross-platform server integration, is going to change the nature of the genre forever. Put simply, with Arc 2, our goal is to make the game that we all wanted Arc 1 to be. Now that we've had the time, resources, and knowledge to do it right. So in 2023 on Xbox and PC Game Pass, we'll look forward to seeing you all in this new world of primeval creatures and legendary heroes. Just keep an eye out for Vin. He likes to play on his Series X more than you might expect, and his skill at wrangling a Giga is unequaled. Yours truly, Jeremy Stieglitz, Jesse Rapzak, and the Wildcard team. Arc Development and Grove Street. Arc Development and Grove Street Games partnership. Arc's development has always benefited from external teams providing their expertise for Arc's myriad of content and games, whether it be Instinct Games, Effective Studios, or another developer that's partnered with us during the creation of Arc Survival Evolved. We've always leveraged the amazing talent from external studios to create the best version of Arc for our fans. In that spirit, we're partnering with Grove Street Games to co-develop Arc 2 and rewrite the Arc Nintendo Switch code with a full revamp of gameplay functionality, graphics, and optimization. Thomas Williamson, the director of Grove Street, will be development director and technical director of Arc 2, with parts of the Grove Street Games team also joining Arc 2's production in the development partnership. Jeremy and Jesse will balance their time between games and the expansion of the Arc franchise across multiple platforms and formats, with Jeremy focusing on his creative efforts on the TV series and other initiatives, whilst continuing to serve as executive producer of Arc 2. Jesse will continue as creative director for Arc 2 and co-creator of the TV series. We are beyond thrilled that Thomas and the incredible talented team at Grove Street Games has opted to go all in on partnering up to build the next iterations of the Arc franchise. By combining Grove Street's amazing capabilities with Studio Wildcard, we're confident Arc 2 is going to be a mind-blowing experience. And I guess we can also talk about the little bit of the animated series real quick, and then that'll probably be it. We know how many of you have also been waiting expectantly for news on the animated series, and we're so looking forward to being able to share more with everyone about it. The series now has 14 30-minute episodes in post-production. To celebrate this milestone, we have released the first poster images of key characters from the show, available here. That's cool. Arc the Animated Series chronicles the story of a mysterious primeval land populated by dinosaurs and other extinct creatures, where people from throughout human history have been resurrected. When 21st century Australian paleontologist Helena Walker awakes on the Ark after tragedy, she must learn to survive and find new allies, or die again at the hands of ruthless warlords, all while trying to uncover the true nature of their strange new world. J. Olivia Oh, Jay Olivia has taken on the role of executive producer, director, and co-showrunner alongside ARC franchise creators Jeremy Stieglitz and Jesse Rapsak, with the series being produced at Glendale-based Lex plus Otis Animation Studio. Monica Bellucci, The Matrix Reloaded, and Dee Bradley Baker, Star Wars The Bad Batch, have also joined the series' talented cast. The show features an extraordinary voice cast, including Jared Butler, Michael Yeo, Madeleine Madden, Devery Jacobs, Deborah Mailman, Zan McLaren, Malcolm McDowell. So bad with names sometimes. Elliot Page, Raga Ragnars, David Tennant, Alan Tudyk. I'm so bad with names. Why am I so bad with names? Whatever. Carl Urban, Jeffrey Wright, Ron Ewan, and Russell Crowe. And Vin Diesel reprising his role as franchise hero Santiago. We look forward to sharing more news soon. So I guess that's kind of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and my thoughts on Arc 2, I'm kind of excited for it. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm excited for it because it does bring a lot of new stuff to the table. Like, I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm obviously going to be doing some series on it, so eventually when it comes out, I'll be doing, like, videos on it and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!